welcome in, Virgo. This is your monthly reading. So let's take a look at what is in store for you. What energies are around you this month of April 2025. Doesn't have to be this month specifically. You could be watching this a year from now or 2 years from now, and it could resonate. So thank you for being patient with me as I go through an energetic shift. I had to take some time off. Still don't have my full voice, so thank you for bearing with me. That's why we're awfully close to the camera. Cutting my head off here. Just so you can hear me. Oh my goodness. Standing firm. Look at you go, Virgo. I am noble, brave, and strong. Mending bridges and taking action. Yeah, I think you're going places here, Virgo. And it's not selfish to be saying, I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this for me. I need to do this for me. I need the healing. I need to, whatever it is, to make amends, to apologize, to just go do something for myself. You're not backing down from this. And you're not just dreaming up this in your head. You're doing something about it. This is your time, Virgo. You might be traveling to someone to make amends, or someone traveling to you, but the energy this month is about your healing process. So even if this is not a physical traveling somewhere, you could be traveling back in time in your memories, doing a past life regression. To get some answers. It feels good though. It feels like, you know what, this is right where I need to be. No one's gonna change my mind. I'm gonna go for it. It's like you're not backing down. You know I'm writing it down, right? I gotta learn how to do shorthand. Yeah, you're not backing down from this. There's definitely something from the past. I feel like in the past, it may have bowled you over, but it's not this time. You're looking at square in the face. All right, let's take a look at this, Virgo. I love that. Well, I'm going to take them because the top card got a whole bunch that came out here. But the first card is the past, your energy. I'm just going to lay them out. Spirit's telling me doing things differently in this video. Six of Cups. Temperance, healing. It's taken some time. And you're okay with that. Page of Pentacles. You've learned a lot from this. You've learned a lot about yourself from this. Knight of Wands. Going for it. Standing your ground. And how the Knight of Wands is sitting on my table is he's going back to the past courageously to mend something, fix something, heal something, see it clearly, to see it more clearly. Okay, they go out together, they say. Seven of Cups are asking me to bring this in with. Four of Cups, Three Cups. Seven of Cups. seeing beyond the illusion. I kind of got a little bit of a vibe of maybe going back and reviving an old dream. It's like really floating around my head here. Going back to heal something so you can revive an aspect of yourself or an old dream that you had seen in a different from a different perspective. And like I feel like for some time you've had some people talking in your ear trying to convince you of something that wasn't for you. It was what they believed in. It was not what you believed in. It's not how you saw things. So I feel like you're going back to something, whether physically or spiritually, and you're going back neutral. You're not carrying the baggage. You've put it down. You've climbed up on top of it. You've surmounted all the obstacles. You've surmounted a lot of the wounds. He's free. He's clear. He's got healthy boundaries now. Not backing down. You are not backing down from this. Let's talk to me about this, Spirit, for Taurus, or excuse me, for Virgo. This got a little tiny vibe of Taurus's reading, but not the same thing. Well, we've got the Ace of Wands in reverse. Yeah, something didn't get off the ground. Somebody tried to put your fire out. Let's talk to me a little bit more about the Six of Cups in the past, the Eight of Wands. Thank you. Three of Swords. Yeah, what I was getting that there were lines of communication were all jumbled up. So perspective, the communication with your own self, your mind, what you think, what you believe, how you see something, your interpretation of it. It's an interesting phrase. I'm going back to see really which way the wind was blowing. So you're going back in the past to find the truth of something, of a circumstance, of yourself. I think you're going to come out with more of yourself. What's this? Temperance, this healing energy, balance, Sagittarius energy here with Temperance. Sag, Leo, and Aries came out in the Taurus reading as well. But again, in a different, well, maybe not. Hang on here, I want one more. Spirit saying. Oh, that's a lot more. All right. Okay. Yeah. All right. Different decks. Very similar message to Taurus, even though I've cleared the air here. So, you know, but Taurus is an earth sign as well, so you may be picking up a little bit of this. But we've got the Three of Pentacles came out with the Ten of Cups. We're clarifying the Temperance. So some healing, you know, healing of how things were done in the past, in reference to your dreams coming true. Now you're in a better place to really work toward this Ten of Cups, putting the effort in. King of Wands, High Priestess, and the Moon came out together. This is like your masculine energy, trusting the feminine energy within, trusting your intuition. There is some confusion that's going to be cleared up here. Definitely. It's like you've got this inner knowing, but because the physical world doesn't quite match up to things, I feel like going back, this could just simply be a past life regression therapy that you're going to be doing, or a hypnosis, and you go into the practitioner, you say, well, I've got this feeling that I was, I don't know, a shaman in a past life, or a healer at least in a past life. Can you bring me back there? And what you had a vision of is really cloudy and confusing, but your gut is saying something else, because I feel like whatever's confusing is the outside energy, these people whispering in your ear, you're not worthy, you're nobody, you'll never be this or that, you can never do this or that. It's taken a great deal of strength and fortitude and courage to do this. I feel like you're not telling anybody about this if you're physically traveling or doing this type of energy healing, with a hypnosis practitioner, something like that. You could even just be having a Reiki session that just brings you back, but there's an intention here. There's an intention. I need to find the missing piece to my puzzle. I just got chills all down my legs with that. You are finding the missing piece to your puzzle. You are hell-bent in finding that piece. Let's talk to me about the Knight of Wands. Wants to speak first, actually. As soon as I said that, these two flipped. Knight of Cups, the Devil. I'm getting an image. It's so interesting how the Wizard of Oz comes up. Well, it's not interesting. I am watching Once Upon a Time. I'm streaming the series. But I'm seeing this cup or bucket of water being thrown on the Wicked Witch of the West, right? I'm just seeing that you're dissolving everything that has been undesirable within yourself. Unapologetically. And you're doing it with the utmost of love. I'm seeing the Ace of Cups in my mind's eye. This is a spiritual journey that you've embarked on, Virgo. And it's funny because I've never seen it quite displayed to me like this. And I love it. So this is what the Knight of Wands is doing. It's going back to take care of some very toxic energies. I keep hearing, but does it change my future if I do that? And what I'm hearing is no, because what you're doing is you're only going back for the information. And then when you return here is where this cleanup, this dissolution, spitting on myself, sorry. I didn't know if you saw that. Um, that's where that occurs. Because when you go back and you can understand, like being an outsider looking in on your life or life circumstances, you can see things from all perspectives, right? You can see, you can actually gain and glean some information that helps you walk in another person's shoes, even, right? So then when you come back, whether this is the physical trip or a a trip of the psyche, you can come back and be like, I'm going to tell you, because I've gone through it, you will never be the same. It will change you. Having that nugget of information, that nugget of knowledge, of wisdom, changes how you look, be, and do this journey. Talk to me about that nugget of information, the Page of Pentacles. What does it want to say to Virgo? Virgo, I love this reading for you because I gotta be honest, I don't know if I've had one like this for you ever. Ever. Not quite this deep. It's like there was always this level of, I could go so far, but then I would stop. So this is showing me that you've evolved and you've opened up some more. I love that. So we've got the Ten of Pentacles and the Five of Swords coming out together. Yeah, maybe the nugget is, a truth about a family member, where in this lifetime, it's harsh. It's harsh. And they may in this lifetime be saying things to you that they don't make sense to you. Why are they treating me this way? And if you can go back and you can view how they experienced a past life with you, or even an episode in this lifetime with you, it gives you clarity. It clears up the competition. This could be between siblings. You could have whatever, going on between siblings. And it's like, I don't understand. I mean, how are they seeing that way? Yes, it's their truth, but in order for you to wear their shoes, to step into their shoes, you're doing this not just for yourself. You're doing it out of love for the others, because you're feeling, that's what I'm just picking up now, you're feeling that the way that you've viewed this family situation, or this traditional role of something, you were never comfortable in how you viewed it, but you viewed it because it's how everyone else viewed it. Again, a little bit like Taurus's reading. If this is resonating, you might want to just take a peek at that. You don't have to, of course, but yeah. And then I've got another one in my fingers down here. The World. Yeah, you're going back to change the future. You can't change the past, but you can certainly choose your future. You can change. It doesn't have to be the old way that it's always been. I've just got goosebumps and vibrations going all the way down my legs here. Okay, so where did these two cards come from? Interesting. So I've got two cards sitting here on top of the moon, which was part of the clarification for the temperance energy. Tower and the Wheel of Fortune. Honey, this is time. And you recognize that. you recognize that. Jupiter helping you out there, Pluto helping you out there. Yeah, I'm really feeling that. There's an Emperor, page 1, see page 1. Yeah, you certainly are. You're taking charge of the situation here. Going back to get the information that you need to help you on your journey. You're making the choice mainly for yourself and for your evolution, but you're discovering along the way that it helps you soften your heart toward a sibling maybe, or a family member, or just anyone else in your life, especially yourself. You get to see yourself differently. Some of these may be some pretty shocking revelations. Could be shocking, and depends on how you take that, right? Could be, for me, it was shocking to the point where when I was in hypnosis, like, I don't want to come back. And she's like, I got to bring you back. I said, I don't want to come back. This is home. I finally found that peace, one of the piece I was looking for back then. I found that, didn't even know it was, what I was looking for, but it was. And that's what I'm feeling here. You're finding the piece of your puzzle. It's going to be shocking. It could be surprising. Good, bad, ugly. That's how you perceive it. I think you're going to take it at face value. I don't know. You're going to know it's truth. You're going to know it's truth at the very least. And then it guides you in how to move forward and take action in your own life, because now you just this great clarity. Out of the darkness into the light, I'm hearing. For some, this is, it clears your mindset, your relationship with money, from rags to riches, I'm hearing. For others of you, it could be in connection with others. I'm hearing, it's very jumbled, but I'm hearing something to the sense of returning to what is yours. So, like I said, it's going to be different for everyone, but certainly clearing up some old energies that have just kept you trapped in a past energy, kept you a little confused as to why certain things in your current life were not measuring up. They weren't jiving. It just didn't make sense. You didn't know why they didn't make sense. But you're going to find out, and you're not backing down. Love that. That's a lovely Virgo reading. So Virgo, if this resonates for you, please like, share, subscribe if you would. If you are interested in your own private reading, the link below in the description box is there for you to reach out to me and get your own personal reading up and going here. Final messages for Virgo. Thank you, unicorns. Prosperity, a gift of money is on its way. Your income is increasing. Manage your finances with love. So yeah, so for some of you, this is about money. For those of you, it's not about money. This is just like abundance. This knowledge, this nugget that you're going to look for. It's tangible because you get to shift the energy for yourself, which shifts the tangibility of things in your own personal life. Prosperity and abundance isn't just money. It is love. It is vision. It's truth. It's clarity. It's heart. I'm hearing it's heart. Taurus had this on the bottom of their for their card. Awareness, live in the moment, be conscious of your thoughts, look for signs and guidance. Again, a little bit of mix between yours and Taurus's energy or messages today, but actually it almost feels like the next step up from where Taurus's reading was. So that's very interesting. Totally different decks use as well. So yeah, there you have it. There you have it, Virgo. I hope this resonated with you. Thank you for joining me. And again, thank you for being patient, waiting for your reading. I will see you next month. Yeah? Take care. I love you.